you doing, everyone? I wanted to continue this series with a few other case laws that kind of tie in the first part of what I was speaking about to give you a better understanding of why I say it's going to go in sections. The first case that we're going to go into is the United States versus Lopez-Soto, which is the supra of United States versus Morales. Basically, when an officer making a traffic stop based on a misapprehension of law, even if reasonable, is an illegal stop. I'm going to say that one more time. An officer making a traffic stop based upon a misapprehension of the law, even if reasonable, is an illegal stop. So, if you're being pulled over and there is no crime, there is no oath, there is no affirmation that has been signed for you, it becomes a misapprehension of law, so therefore it is an illegal act. And I've had a couple people that kind of said some things to me, but what I want you to understand is these are not my words. These are actual case law. This is how you understand a police officer's procedures. You understand what it is that you're responsible for. Now, this is not something for you to take advantage of different things that are out there, such as speeding, such as running red lights, running through stop signs, not following proper conveyance operations. That's not what this is. Because if you're doing that, you are putting other folks in danger, and it's a selfish act upon what you're doing. So just understand, but there is law, and within that, there is a controlling of chaos, and that's what this is for. The next part of this is the People versus Villanueva. This is a California appellate court decision that was actually reinstated with Whren versus the United States in 1999. When the pretext used for making a stop is to conduct an administrative search, such as inspecting the licensing of a taxi cab per local ordinance or inventory vehicle search, making a traffic stop is unlawful, and any direct products of that stop are subject to suppression. The reason why I brought this up is because a lot of times what you have is a police officer saying, "Would you mind if I search the vehicle?" My favorite words that I learned a long time ago is, "I do not consent." You will not understand how large that is because, one, a traffic ordinance is not a lawful stop. And public policy is not law, no matter how well accepted. And that's the reason for me bringing up those prior cases. Because, again, these are not my words. These are actual case law, and it gives you structure. And that's what we're guiding for. Not only for those that are obeying the law, but also those that are supposed to be protecting the law. We're going to go into the part of that came up as far as suppression, because that's an in-court argument. That is an in-court portion of that case. But it still matters because it's relevant during the stop. It's relevant during the initial stop because, again, there has to be probable cause. And if there is no probable cause, there is no legality to anything that goes on beyond that. So because a lawful act cannot follow an unlawful act. And these are things that most people do not know. They'll go and they'll holler and they'll scream. You cannot hold court in the street. There is a time and place for everything. You got to remember, these people that you are interacting with at the time of these stops, 99% of them have no idea what the actual law is. They know ordinances. And yet, they are still not even trained in law. So you're speaking to them and you're trying to make your case about something, and they have no idea what you're saying to them. All they know is what they have been taught. Even when you go to some supervisors, a lot of them do not know the law. Because, again, they're taught to push policy. They're taught to push ordinances. You are expected, once you become of age, or which I'll also go into later, is once you have a driver's license or once you go get a state ID, you are expected to know the law, the actual law, not the ordinances. They want you to know, they are expecting you to know law. And if you don't know, they will force policy and ordinances down your throat and offer you ways out via fiat or money. One of the prior cases is Terry v. Ohio. Terry v. Ohio is the mother of all traffic stop cases because there are a lot of cases that stem from Terry v. Ohio. But remember, the one key component, because again, I've always said and if, it has to have a reason for them to be there speaking to you, or then it becomes a voluntary conversation. And then the question is, am I free to leave? Absent probable cause, there is no reason for them to talk to you. And we also understand, as I go into this another case again that stems from Terry v. Ohio, but Orozco versus Texas, 1969, 394 US 324. And if not handled properly, a detention could be an arrest, which, if not supported by probable cause to arrest, would be illegal. Again, these are things that probable cause has to be there for them to talk to you, has to be there for them to get a warrant, has to be there for them to search your vehicle, has to be there for them to talk to you, has to be there for them to obstruct your locomotion. If you notice, it's probable cause supported or and something else. But you also have to understand that there has to be things there before they can talk to you. And a traffic ordinance, which I've just shown you, is not it. And today I'm going to leave you with one more case so you can look up and get your study on. And it is the United States v. Brown, 381 US 437 1965. A traffic citation is a violation of the Separation of Powers Act. I know a few of you have fallen off your chairs, rolled out of the bed, or even taken your headphones off. It's okay, but it's true. The reason being is an executive officer cannot perform judicial duties. And by handing you a citation with a court date on it, he has just violated the Separation of Powers Act because he's just performed a judicial duty as an executive officer. There are tons of things that are available, but most people don't want to either take the time or spend the money to get it. Because my father once said to me, the most expensive thing you'll carry with you through your life is ignorance. Because anytime you don't know something, you are going to have to pay for it. You're either going to pay with money or you're going to pay with time. That time can either be used to study or it can be somebody taking that time from you. Until the next video.